Son of a bitch. Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Nobody knows but Jesus. Fucking shit, man. God damn, going through this game has been a pain in my weenie. It has been a royal pain in the ass. I want to go through it a little bit. It's funny because I've been running through this series and I've been going through it a little bit backwards. I played Zero Mission, which is obviously canonically the first game, but it was actually made last. It was 2004 was when that game was released. Fusion was released in 2002, and this one was released fucking 8 years before that one, before Fusion. And going through a little bit of Fusion, a tiny bit, going through like the first 3 levels, there were things about it that I loved way more than Zero Mission. And I think a lot of that had to do with Zero Mission being, you know, a remake of the first game, so it had to adhere to a lot of Zero Mission's, to a lot of the first games' like design limitations based on the fact that it was an NES game. It did add a lot of things, but it also, you know, there were still the imprints of an NES game in it, even though, you know, it wasn't necessarily. And I think Fusion, you know, like the thing I always complained about with the Zero Mission game was the advent of combat and just how that the combat, you know, plays out with everybody. That everything's either, you know, a giant floating nutsack just, you know, over the screen that you gotta like, you know, jump around and dodge a bunch of obstacles and projectiles and shit in order for you to get anywhere, in order to just hit this one specific spot on the screen and then, you know, run away because you're probably gonna get fucked up. You know, or, you know, it's just like that shit that just like bum rushes you like 28 days later. There just really isn't a lot of in between. And I think like what I hate about that design probably more so than anything is that in this game, ammunition is essential. Ammunition, finding energy, finding bullets, everything, all of that's like super essential to, you know, progressing in the game. And it's the thing that's like most obscure. It's the thing that requires you to just find the most obscure shit in the world in order to get. And even still, regardless of how important ammunition really is in the grand scheme of things, there's nothing more disappointing than just getting your fucking asshole penetrated by some horrible fucking, you know, series of enemies that just run at you like just start fucking your shit up, or like having to go through a crazy platforming section that's just like, you know, it looks like that Mother Brain section that we went through where it's just like a bunch of bullshit and you're just, you know, flipping around just hoping to God that one of those stupid little pixels doesn't hit you. And then you just find a little rocket pack. You just find 5 new rockets. 5 new things of the same fucking shit you already fucking have. You know what I mean? Whereas in Castlevania, especially the advanced ones, really, you know, you'd find a new sword, you'd find a new piece of armor, you'd find a new spell, something new that would help you progress the game in a very different way. And in this one, you're literally just finding ammunition. And the game design really does hinge on you using it. Like, it finds stupid-ass ways to go through. So, like, I walked through this stupid long-ass hallway. Oh! Already getting hit by these like random face hugger things, right? Whatever. This thing's on me. It's definitely very xenomorph-like. But I have rockets that I need to kill these things because the normal shot really won't work. It's alright. You waste those rockets and then you come to this section right here. Break these blocks, and clearly you need that running ability that I don't have right now. So fine. You know, this is not something that's super uncommon with Castlevania. Castlevania, like typically in a Castlevania game, you'll find areas like this where you need a specific ability to get through. But what ends up happening in Castlevania a lot, number one, it doesn't happen quite as often. And when you do reach those sections, there's typically a whole wide area for which you could explore in order to take advantage of it. So, you know, this thing is blocking your way. If you have like a brick or something that you need to break through in order to, you know, you need that ability like I had to get through. There's typically a whole other area in the map that you could explore, and eventually there's a boss, and eventually the boss gives you that ability, and then you can come back here. And then it opens up into a whole new area that goes through. and you know you go through and expand, and then eventually find a new ability to open somewhere else, and you know rinse and repeat kind of thing. It's a pretty simple concept. But with this game, I want you to just look at this map. Now, this is not the only map I've been working on, but I have been here an unhealthy amount of time, and I just want you to take one fucking look at how big it is. Like, I just found an ability right here. That was the high jump. The high jump, you know, it's like the double jump at Castlevania. Like, that is a big ability to get. That opens things up immeasurably, and you find whole new areas that you weren't able to traverse. Whole new wide span of monsters, bosses, and areas in which you can have fun. So I gotta walk my stupid ass all the way back, because this area is blocked off. Like I said, just found the high jump, so that's great for me, right? Found a save area, find a high jump. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start making progress in this game and start moving forward. Alright, I see a thing on the ground. It's not super obvious, but it's also not super obscure either. Clearly there's somewhere to go underneath for me to break. Alright, you go through this area, you gotta get red. Like, this enemies like this that were very common in like the original Metroid game too. Just like random shit that just circles around a pillar by which you can, you know, you just have to kill and just wait for it to come around and hit it. Not fun, not interesting, definitely just boring ass shit that, you know, you're just happy that it's not bum rushing you the whole time. Alright, walked into this room, fire. Just a bunch of fire was giving me damage, and not only was it giving me damage, but there's also a giant fucking metal door in front of the way that you can't activate from the other side. There's a beautiful little rocket thing right there, but too fucking bad. You ain't getting that. So you may as well just kiss that goodbye, because now I gotta find some suit to be able to help me traverse through fire, but I also have to find a way to get to the other side of that door. So 2 routes already, both of them blocking the shit out of me. Alright, fine. Keep going forward. You got the high jump. I got this door right here that I can't access because you need a certain ability to get through. Again, just right off the bat, like it's, you know what I mean? Like already, you got doors that you can't open, you got areas you can't traverse without the right abilities, you got areas that you can't traverse with the right moves, and then you won't even be able to use, even if you had the right suit, or even if you had the right suit to block the fire, you wouldn't be able to get past it. Fine. Keep going through up here this way. And by the way, I think some of these doors you have to break with rockets, right? And that was something that was in Fusion 2, and in Metroid Zero Mission. Certain rockets or certain bombs will break certain doors. Like the green one, it takes the nuclear rockets. It takes the nuclear rockets. The red one, the red ones would take the normal rockets for me to select. But with this one, you have to shoot them like 4 or 5 times. Like with the regular rockets, there were doors that all the doors required multiple shots. And again, ammunition is scarce. It's definitely not something you have a shit ton of all the time. And for it to just take 5 of these goddamn things, I have 20 right now. I could open up 4 doors at a time and then have to go around looking for monsters in order to get shit. But then I break through this door. I think I needed rockets to get in here too. So I used rockets to get in here. Boom, more fire and a fucking ledge that I can't get up to, even if I tried. I mean, just like, what a slap in the face. I mean, is this really exploration? Are you really exploring shit? Or are you just running into shit like a fucking mama? Alright, so there's this section right here. Now I know what's on the other side. I'm going to start running. I have this dash move that I can use. It's really only in this game. It's not in any of the other Metroids. I knew that I needed to dash through this door as it closed. But I also see that the moment I get to this side, this door closes. And it's a millisecond. I mean, like, it teases you so much, and it's just like, what sadistic cocksucker decided to do that and thought this was fun? When you have let's remind us, we have 3 fucking areas that are blocked off on the right side, and they choose to have something this fucking stupid right the fuck here. This stupid ass thing, and I cannot, and trust me, I tried several times, have made dozens of attempts to see, like, I tried to see if I can get more of a running start and maybe I could pick up some more speed, but no, it just blocks you right the fuck there with this stupid ass thing. You get this ventilation up here that I can clearly see, but clearly, like, I can't get a bomb to get up here to break it. Nor, even if I could, I couldn't, because I don't have an ability to grab ledges. I can't even get up there, even if I tried. The only, like, I can clearly see that what it is the way in which, whenever I get to this area over here, which God knows when, I mean, it's not illuminated. God knows what's all the way on, on the fucking left side of the screen right now. Who the fuck knows? But one day, in when I finally figure all this shit out, it becomes clear to me, I'm going to be able to use this ventilation to get out of here. And it's just... God. Sorry, I just want to readjust the camera. But yeah, man. So this whole area just basically told me to go fuck itself. This whole fucking area right here told me to go fuck itself. All 4 of these spots said, fuck you. I got an ability, which is good. So you would think, okay, well, I guess what I need to do is go back where I came, right? Maybe start looking at some of these walls. I'll try to bomb some of these walls to see if anything breaks, because there's definitely going to be like some hidden rooms somewhere around here that you need to look at. It's always that one you don't hit too, by the way. We're going to get back to that in a minute. But what the fuck? You know? And you go to whole other parts of the map. You go to whole other parts of the map, and you just see what this is. So, this is another area I've been into so far. I want you to take a look at some of these blank spaces right here. I have tried to go to these areas. Every one of these areas you're seeing right now, I tried to go to them. It's not like I just passed them and told them to go fuck. Like, I tried. And they all had shit like you just saw right now. You know what I mean? And when it's so consistent, and when so many parts are just broken up into little shitty-ass hallways with a bunch of locked doors, like, who wants to do that? Like, imagine a game where you walk through a door and there's 3 locked doors in front of you. There's 3 locked doors, and then there's like 1 ventilation system above you on the fucking ceiling, and that's where you gotta go to get the first key. But when you open that door and get that first key, there's 3 more locked doors in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it feels like when you're playing a game like this. It's just this weird, you know, trial of, I don't know what the fuck. You know what I mean? And there's rooms like this. It's like, is this room important? Right? You're trying to break through the ground to see if anything breaks, to see if anything goes through, because it's not above this game to do that. And trust me, if you don't think that's the case, I'll show you. I'll show you an example of that happening. I'm going to readjust the camera a little bit. Yeah, like this area right here. This is a tube where I remember seeing this in a video a long time ago, where you're going to drop a bomb, and this tubing will break, and you could actually traverse through this area over here. Now, this isn't, like, super... Like, it's obscure enough to make you kind of go, like, whatever, but at least there's some, like, visual logic to it. What this game has definitely taught me to do is look around in the surrounding area. Clearly, there's an opening up here. Clearly, there's an opening down here. This looks like something I can traverse through. You know, there's a platform right here, what looks like a platform. Like, clearly there's something going on in this room that's at least visually giving me a cue to see something there. It's obscure, it's not fun, but at least it's like some reasonable amount of logic to that. And it's not to say this game doesn't have shit like that, but there is also just a lot of stupid shit. Just stupid shit, like, just... So you go to this area right here, you gotta, like... Only this monster gets, like, killed with these bombs. Like, feels like only my nukes work against it. Which I'm not I don't hate the idea. Oh my god, I'm falling in this pit like an idiot. I don't hate the idea of that. Like, I kind of like the idea of using, like, certain... Like, I like that. Again, that goes back to what I'm talking about. I want the combat to be more strategy-based. And not just, like, you know, a bunch of, like, you know, just, like, again, like, just looking for particular items and just hoping your ammunition doesn't run out. Because that's essentially what it is with some of these monsters. When you have bosses like that floating nutsack, that you have to, like I said, find one specific area and dodge a bunch of bullshit, like in the Mother Brain level, and you're just looking for shit, or it's just like shit that's just running at you like crazy, and there doesn't really seem like any clear way for you to dodge its attacks. You're just essentially, you essentially get into a phone, like the Ridley fight. The Ridley fight is literally just me and Ridley getting in a phone book and just punching each other in the face till one of us got knocked the fuck out. Like, that's all that happened. There was no strategy there. Like, and I've fought a lot of different bosses in different Castlevania games and shit, and God bless me, did I not find one single way in which it was just literally a battle of endurance. And when it is a battle of endurance, energy and rockets and all your equipment and the amount of equipment you have really becomes the story. And that's fucking kind of stupid. I don't really like that much. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a dumb way to go about combat. I know I'm breaking something down, I've already talked about it a lot, but still. So I jumped up here. I got this high jump, so I'm like, well, let me see if my high jump does something up here. No. Just a giant fucking brick wall of bullshit in your way. God knows what's up here. I could see the dot and I could see the door right there. Clearly, there's an item in there. Maybe a new energy tank, maybe another rocket thing. Who knows, right? It's something delicious and beautiful, and I can't have it, and that's all that matters, right? So I come back over here. All right, we're going back this way. Ah. All right. So and I think there's another thing about this too is like this is the only game that you have like the select button be the selection of different bombs and shit, which is ugly. I hate this a lot. Zero Mission and Fusion don't do this, thank God. Like it's essentially just different inputs. I'd rather push multiple buttons down and fire one of these things than have to in real time select them in order for me to like progress forward. It's fucking crap. It sucks ass. Really sucks ass. I know you can't really see it too well because you can't really see the ammunition. But like, if I keep clicking the select button, I'll get the different items in there. But again, like I actually made it to where it's on my left stick, where all I need to do is press my left stick down and I'll get them, because this is like the idea of stopping and trying to hit the start button while you're playing a game. That's just not a thing that should ever happen. You should never be having to select you're hitting the start button as a weapon in your fucking fight in your game. That's just not something you should ever do. So going back through this way, this is fine. You know what I mean? It's annoying. I'm getting my ass kicked a little bit, but this is at least a fun challenge for me where I'm like, I can respect this. You know what I mean? Like I'm playing like shit now because I'm just talking through this and trying to talk about it. But here's another thing, another really big problem with this game. And this is something I did not see this at all in Zero Mission. Not even a little bit. And I saw this in Metroid Fusion, and it's become a really, really big fucking pain in my fucking ass. The game loves, and I do mean loves, to soft lock you out of whole areas of the game. What I mean by that is, you'll be traversing through the level, and then you will reach a room, or an area, or like a hallway, or whatever the fuck, and you'll suddenly fall into an area that you cannot go back the way in which you came. Like, I came from up here, right? You know what I mean? Like, I came through this way, explored all this area, again, just running into brick walls everywhere until I found this one particular path that I could go on. And then I fell as I started walking. I didn't know how far this drop would be, because you can only see so much as what's on the screen, but I assumed there was a platform somewhere going down here. Fell all the way down this way. And now I'm stuck and cannot go back from whence I came. Like, I'm sure my high jump could help me get to some of the areas I couldn't get to for the rest of the fucking area on the map. But you get this ability, and it's the game immediately just tells you to go fuck yourself. And just immediately is like, no, you can't go back and do that shit. Like, you're stuck. I can't get up there. I got all these things that I can't do anything about. I don't have a freeze cannon yet or anything. I'm sure I'm going to have to one day freeze these things and then use them as like little platforms to get back up there. But I'm not doing that right now. It's not happening. So again, like I'm stuck. I can't go back from the areas I went to. I can't find anywhere new. I have to keep going forward. I have to find somewhere to go. So that, again, when you find that out, when you think about that, and then you got to walk your stupid ass all the way back, you start like looking around, you start going crazy. You start like doing shit like this, where you start like breaking the floor to see if any of these fucking things may do something. But it's just, nothing happens. And so you run back, go through this whole area all over again. It's just fucking annoying as shit. It is brutal, some of this crap, I'll tell you. At some point, I started to look around, and I remember this particular spot over here. We'll go to this place again. Oh my god. And again, it's exhausting backtracking there, man. This place is not easy to backtrack. And some of these places are not easy to backtrack, and they're also not as friendly to do from one, from the, going one direction and then coming back the other way. It sometimes could be two completely different experiences. Like, one is easy, and then one becomes a pain in the ass, because it feels like the designers, intentionally did something to where it's like, no, we didn't really design this with the idea that you were actually going to have to go back the same way you came. But the amount of backtracking you do in this game is just miserable. I fucking wasted that rocket. I don't have the ability to kill this thing, so I got to run back. Ammunition, dude. Ammunition, too. What a big pain in my dick. That is not something you have to worry about in Castlevania either, and goddamn, do you have to worry about it here. Holy crap, you have to worry about it here. Hold on. So, I know this area right here. I'm going to unfocus the camera again. So, I know that this area right here had something. I saw it the moment I came through, too. Now, to like a person who's never played Metroid before, they may even think that was obscure, right? They may even think that was kind of weird, where it's like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, but I can at least see that there was something over here. Like, you know what the funny thing is sometimes they trick you because they make you feel like some of the design is so well thought out that whenever they do fucking fool you, like the fool I'm going to show you right now, until I have to get ammunition now because I just wasted it in real time. So I got to find at least one of those nuclear rockets to break that thing. But like, there's smart design to where it's like, clearly they made your eyes do that and made you look at that area right there. But then they'll fucking fool you. They'll kind of do something that's so dumb that when you find out what it really is, you're like, well, what was the point of all that smart design before? Like, if you're just going to randomly do this, like, what the fuck's the point? I'll explain it right now what I'm talking about. Alright, so I got a nuclear bomb. I'm going to go back up. A lot of backtracking. Again, back in the same stupid area I'm in, that a bunch of places I can't go to. But looks like the only area I can go now, because everything is blocked, is this obscure area over here. You know what I mean? Like, blocks to, like, one particular area that's hidden is the way in which you need to progress. That's crazy and stupid, but it only gets more stupid as you keep going. So I go through this area right here. I broke this and I used the nuke the first time, and I couldn't get up here at the time. Like, I didn't have the high jump. Again, I did get that ability just now. So when I get this ability and then finally break this area open and start walking through, I'm kind of excited. I'm like, yeah, look at me. Look at me go. Look at my fucking stupid ass walking through this area. I'm making progress, bitch. That's how this works. That's what I want to do in a game where I'm exploring. I want to explore. I don't want to get stuck in the fucking mud trying to push my car out the way I've been feeling the whole fucking time. I want to fucking go on this excursion. I mean, look at this. Look at this. What am I even looking at? What kind of shit asshole motherfucker makes this something that looks this stupid in this game? We have a gigantic wall right in front of me. A gigantic wall. I mean, it should have just like the words "fuck you" on it. You know what I mean? Like, it should just have like a big middle finger on the wall, just staring at you right the fuck here. Like, the idea that I've just made progress and this is what I see is fucking stupid. So then I start going to this thing where I'm like, all right, well, I guess I gotta find something to break. Right, so I'll kind of like go up and down the wall. You see, like, this is when my mind about smart game design starts to come into play. I start seeing this right here, and I'm like, maybe this ventilation thing, I see cracks in the wall, so I'm like, maybe some of this is the part where I need to go through. Why would you make the wall this fucking big if I wasn't supposed to go through here? You can even see on the map, there's a whole area right here for you to explore. Like, it's kind of fucking with your brain a little bit when you're looking at it, and you're trying to think about it, and you're trying to fucking fix the problem that's clearly there. A giant fucking wall. So I start breaking things, and I start dropping bombs to the ground and everything like that, and doing shit like this. And then I finally just leave, and I start running around again, starting to backtrack to see if there's anything I fucking missed. Because I couldn't have possibly missed it. I couldn't have possibly fucked this up. Like, it can't possibly be a broken wall right up here, because I don't have the ability to grab ledges. So, like, it's not like there's going to be a hidden space right here where I can latch onto and then turn into a morph ball and go through like I did in Zero Mission and Infusion. That's not going to happen. So what the fuck is it? I finally looked at a video and got to see what it was. Like, come on, man. One fucking brick on the floor breaks. One. The one that's the closest to the door. It's the only one that breaks, and it breaks with a shot, and I swear to God I thought I dropped a bomb on this thing. But it didn't break when I first did it, and it's like I didn't see it, and I couldn't have possibly imagined that the entire progress of your game, all of the shit you've been doing this whole time, all of the crap I've been running around, I just got a new ability, by the way, that had nothing to do with progress right here. That high jump didn't do fucking shit, jackworth shit right now in this particular situation. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I have to have I have to be so stupid to just be shooting every fucking brick on the fucking wall because it could potentially lead to something. Like, it's so brutal. It's so frustrating. It's so dumb, and it's not something that exists in Castlevania. In Castlevania, walls like this are around, and you can break them, and there will be secret rooms in whole other areas, but it's to get obscure shit, or at worst, it's maybe to get some secret, like I said, to get like a good ending. But that is like, there's nothing like that there. And then you come down into this thing, and you get a locked door. A locked fucking door with a thing on the other side that's clearly indicating that there's something there. It's like, why do this? Why have this ugly, disgusting level design where I'm, instead of a open hallway, right, instead of just a nice open path for me to start moving through and progress forward, I have two shitty-ass little doors, one of which is locked, a giant wall right here, a monolith of wall, and I've got two fucking pillars blocking the way with obscure, like, squares to break. Why do that? What fun does anyone get from doing stupid shit like this? So, got a locked door, break this room, you go to the other side. And it's just like, god damn, dude. I mean, just the steps you have to take to get through this area. Like, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. And I know what's on the other side of this room. It's fucking hell on toast. I get fucking rushed by these crazy-ass bug people. Look at this shit. Look what's going on here. This is like fucking Shawshank Redemption. Like, I'm getting fucking raped. It's fucking crazy, dude. Oh my god. Like, I know they were there, so I at least was able to kill at least one of them right away. But I'll tell you, man, the first time I went through here and just suddenly just got fucking attacked by these crazy-ass fucking praying mantis monsters, like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit. And then again, another giant-ass wall. Just another big fuck you to you when you're walking through this area. It's like, come on. Like, why even bother? Like, what's the point? Why can't you just have an open area with a bunch of challenging monsters and shit to fight? I'm not saying make it easy. I'm saying not make it stupid. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, great. I'm like fucking Dig Dug. Dig Dug fucking sucks. If I want to play fucking Dig Dug, I'll play Dig Dug. He fucking blows. He's probably a Republican. He probably voted for Trump. I don't want to be fucking Dig Dug. I want to fucking play Metroid. I want to fight monsters. It's just brutal, man. And so I save and go through. And again, where am I supposed to go now? That's a good question. Was there an open pathway for me to go to? Is there some sort of broken room over here and like secret area that I could break? I don't know. You should definitely check though, because they're definitely not above putting secret areas and save rooms like a bunch of jerk-offs that they are. It's just like you make steps like that, incremental steps, and then you're stuck all over again. I'm like in mud right now. Like the progress is disgusting. And then like right there is a breakable block. So I'm like, what? Like, what does that mean? Like, I can't get over there, right? And then I got the fucking giant prime. Look at all those fucking bastards. I mean, they want my ass right the fuck now. Like, they're so ready for me. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, so I have to go in here, fight these idiots again, like a fucking jerk-off. Oh, wow, I could shoot off their wings. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool, actually. And I'm just getting my ass handed to me. Every which way fucking that you could see. I don't know where this fucking open pit came from, but it's clearly the way I need to go now. And it's just like, what a weird-ass fucking bananas way to fucking design a game. And people love this shit, too. People have like a cult-like love for this genre and for this series. And I'm the only one sitting here just being like, what the fuck is going on, man? Because I should love this series so much more than I do. But when you have this shit and you go through this crap, it makes you feel stupid. It just makes you feel stupid. That's all it does. It doesn't enhance the game. It doesn't expand your mind in any way or your reflexes or your abilities or really make you more knowledgeable. It's just like a guessing game. And this room is fucking hell on toast too. I'm not even going to do it right now because I'm not ready. And I may need to get some more fucking items before I'm able to go through. But holy crap, man. Jesus. Other than that, the game's fine. Jesus Christ. I really wish I had not even thought about playing this one and just stayed playing Fusion. Because again, like, Fusion's got better enemy design, but it has this type of crap. So it's like the worst parts of Metroid Zero and the worst parts of Metroid Fusion are just combined into one shitty Super Nintendo experience. I wish the Genesis had won. I wish it had won. Ugh. Alright. That's it for me for now. I gotta make some dinner and fucking rethink my life a little bit.